Aquí está. Hello, Reda. Good morning. Do you listen me? You pop.
Yes.
Hello, Reda.
I listen you.
Yeah, here is she's Patricia. Here's Patricia Llanos. Is a professor from here, the Research Institute from Geography. Patricia, he is Reda.
Hi, Professor. Good morning. It's nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi, do you listen to me?
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Patricia.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Dr. Patricia.
Not doctor yet. I'm
Thank
on my
you.
way. Thank you very much.
Good morning, how are you?
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My colleague. Thank you. Professor Javier, my college Professor Zakaria attended to our meeting.
Nice to meet you,
Hi,
Doctor.
good morning, how are you?
Good morning. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you very much for being here.
How are you? Fine?
Very fine. Thank you.
I hope that everything is going okay.
A little bit cold here in Bolivia, but it's okay.
Okay. What about the
Yes.
Bolivian?
Something slowly.
What?
The transmission, I think the transmission is very good. Do you listen me and can see?
You switch off
Yes,
the video?
I hear you.
Okay, Patricia.
Is it okay?
Patricia helped us to translate in when
It's needed. You just asked me if some of the people, some students have some questions. I will please stop you for a little bit, and I'm going to translate the questions.
Okay.
And thank you very
Yes.
much, because
Okay.
this is the first training in English
Thanks.
for our students. So, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. About the meeting, Professor Zakaria, he will start first,
okay.
and I will be the second.
Okay. It's going to be like a good presentation, GIS.
Yes, about Web GIS. دكتور زكريا، حضرتك تحب الترجمة في الآخر ولا بعد كل سلايد؟
بعد كل سلايد.
Okay. Patricia. Patricia or Patricia?
In Spanish, it's
Your name, Patricia or Patricia?
In Spanish, it's
Patricia.
no,
Yes.
in English, it's English.
Okay.
Just, it doesn't matter.
Okay. By Spanish, it will be good. By Spanish. It will be good by Spanish, Patricia. Okay. The translation will be after every slide. Okay. دكتور زكريا، حضرتك تقدر تعمل شير للباوربوينت بتاع حضرتك في تحت خالص، في النص في علامه، بس حضرتك لازم تكون فاتح الباوربوينت بتاع حضرتك وعامله F5.
Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, okay. This, we can see the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
The transmission is with for YouTube too. Very people is connect. Very much people is ask for transmission, and we send the link from YouTube. This presentation is transmitted by by YouTube too. Okay?
I can, Professor Javier, I can't hear you.
The transmission is with a link with YouTube. YouTube.
We are live in YouTube too, Professor.
Yeah, live.
Yeah.
Yeah, live in YouTube.
Yeah, okay. اوكي دكتور زكريا حاول تجرب انك تنتقل لشريحه ثانيه.
I think it is okay. Yeah?
تمام اوكي. Yes, okay. It's okay, Professor Zakaria.
I think I have an hour of my presentation.
Okay. Half an hour.
1 hour for you.
Half an hour.
¿Y ahora una hora?
Half an hour, okay.
Media hora.
What? Half, Professor, half an hour.
Yes. Professor Zakaria, half an hour. And to me, I will be in also half an hour. Or less, if you want.
Okay.
Whatever you want. It's your place now.
Okay. I will try to share my presentation also.
Okay.
Stop sharing for me.
So we start when you
Okay,
want.
can you stop your share? Okay, I will try to share my presentation now.
I will stop sharing.
Yes.
Okay. When do you prefer we start? And Professor.
Now I try share my.
Professor Zakaria, Professor Reda, here is my director, is Dr. Edwin Machaca.
Welcome.
He's going to give his little words,
Welcome.
his greetings to the audience before to start. Javier?
Sorry, I don't listen you.
My presentation is okay for you?
Yes, okay. We'll give a second for Dr. Edwin Machaca, which is the director of the institute. So he's going to give a little word to start, like a brief opening for this course. Javier, ¿vas a dar Edwin unas palabras?
Buen día a los profesores que nos acompañan. Un saludo.
Un ratito, vas a esperar, yo te lo voy a traducir. Professor Machaca is saying good morning and thank you for being here, professors that are invited and are giving this training.
Un saludo desde La Paz, Bolivia.
A warm welcome from Bolivia to you.
Y como director de instituto,
Welcome
agradecido. Como
all.
director de instituto, muy agradecido por su trabajo y las actividades que realizan conjuntamente el Instituto de Investigaciones Geográficas y nuestros investigadores.
As a director, I thank you very much for being here. Our training with the other professors of the institute. Javier and please.
Damos la bienvenida.
all of you.
Damos la bienvenida a todos los que están participando, a los profesores y a todos quienes nos siguen por las redes sociales.
He's saying that he's giving you the welcome again, and he's welcome to all the students that are following us on our social media.
Muchas gracias y buenos días.
Thank you very much and good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Gracias, Edwin.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I think for me it's good.
¿Ya? ¿Empezamos, Javier?
yeah. Now we have presentation. Thank you very much for Professor Zacarias and Professor Reda. Reda is a old friend from he came legal in 2017 in a meeting of geographers here in La Paz, Bolivia, and it's very nice fun with you, Reda. Thank you very much, and Professor Zacarias for this meeting, this presentation. And remember to La Paz geography from Bolivia and Egypt and Cairo, and they join these experiences. Thank you very much, professors. Now the first time is presentation the Professor Zacarias, but Professor Reda, you got like one words to people. Professor Reda, and began Professor Zacarias. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Could I start?
Zakaria, you can start.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I will share my screen.
You can share to your presentation, Professor. Okay, it's okay.
Yes. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Thank you again. Thank you again for all of you, and thanks for all Bolivia people. I will start Web GIS 3D.
Excuse me.
Web GIS present for me.
We have
I am GIS
Excuse me, Professor.
دكتور زكريا في
I am privileged to
حضرتك.
come.
Off one microphone, please, because
صدى صوت عند حضرتك.
double.
في صدى صوت حاضر.
Only one microphone.
you have one micro open.
Is it okay?
It's better.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's much better now.
I am blessed to join you and participate in this lecture about WebGIS 3D with the participation of my colleague Dr. Reda Alkot. This will be clarified through the two examples, one of them in tourism and the other in health, as an example of the rest of the possible applications, then followed by how to apply 3D GIS web application. Do you need to translate or complete?
No, we are okay, Professor. You can go now, and if there's a question,
Okay.
I will translate.
Okay. The first application is the use of GIS in tourism. This is an application. It is a web application done by ArcGIS Arc server. It is many of layers here in the left. These landmarks for tourism sites like buildings, like tourism, historical places, and in the background we have a base map like a Google map.
Tengo.
Also here in the above,
Sí.
we can make some queries, some information. Can the user can ask questions about where this tourism location is located in this
Ya,
map,
paso por tu oficina
and go to
más
this
tardecito, ¿te parece?
location and
Mejor,
go
continúa.
through this
Ya, ya
location, like routing routing map or shortest
Te
path
voy a buscar.
to this
¿Te parece después
location.
del almuerzo?
In this above icons, like any GIS application, zoom in and zoom out and pan, and how to move to this map and go to a specific XY coordinate. If I have these coordinates, I can make an identify our information about any location. Can measure distance between any two places. WebGIS definition and development. WebGIS sharing these maps with anyone in anywhere by using the web application. GIS for the internet. GIS allowing the users to browse data and information on network. Sharing of resources and geographical information online easily and quickly within all over the world. We can use open source software if available, and closed software we can use. Also, we will discuss ArcGIS online and how to use this in 3D scenes. Development and the benefit of using WebGIS for tourism in Cairo, and can be developed for Bolivia. How we can create WebGIS for historical Cairo. It is easy to use this application for anyone, for any user. Easy access to a particular landmarks or historical landmark. Easy to search. You can search historical location. Saves this tourism from using paper maps, and facilitates this his quick and easy access. We can use WebGIS application instead of maps, paper maps. Tourists can locate private or public transportation, making it possible to plan his visit. These steps from creating account in WebGIS till publish the WebGIS application through the internet. This is an example for these steps. You can create an account, prepare GIS data layers, for example ArcGIS desktop, adjust the universal transverse Mercator, UTM projection. It is, I think, in Bolivia, I think they can use UTM also. Label each layer, each point, which its name and its classification. Adjust the queries with different criteria. Create symbology for each layer. Customize web application and publish the web application. These steps can be used, I think, for any GIS software. Can create an account, can adjust the data, can adjust the queries, adjust the symbology. If I can make any customization and publish the web application. Again, this application, we already talked about this interface. Customize the tourist site using a program. Can use ArcGIS server. Manage it and create users who use this application and pick permissions for these users. Directory and configuration storage. Again, steps for preparing tourist site using ArcGIS server. This is a technical issues, technical steps. First thing in ArcGIS server manager can login user name and password, and then file browser take which layers I can use in this application, and then add new service. Any web application can make it by a service in web application. So we add a new service, and create this web application through ArcGIS server manager. And then add layers, which layers I need to add for my application, web application, and adjust the symbology for create web application layers and symbology for selection, to adjust the symbol of draw and the highlights. This help, just like a help to how to use this web application. Query for historical place in Arabic, query of historical place in English, query for message or masjid, or query for historical home, query for historical school, query for wikala, we query for manara. This is a tool for GIS map scale. Map scale here can write your scale and enter. Go to this your map scale. Adjust zoom in and zoom out. Just go to the any of place in the map and make zoom in or zoom out and ban. Zoom previous, zoom backward. Go to specific XY and identify any feature. Can help us to know all information about historical place. And again, measure distance and map overview. This is a very simple web application, can make for anyone, any tourist who can easy to use the tourist application. Here we can, if I know specific coordinates, X, Y coordinates in UTM projection, I can type these X, Y coordinates and push or click on zoom to or pan to, and the map will go to this location. Also, we have an overview map where I in the world map. I am here in Egypt, in Cairo, and we have a rectangular rectangle to see me where I am here in the world map. Also, we have all this information in each historical place, like Arabic name, English name, criteria, which class and category, and so on. Also, we can add any other information if I need, and can put it in these layers. Again, he table containing data for this feature. Identify, see all attribute data for Bab al-Badistan, Bab al-Ghuri, and any place and any tourism place. Also, we can put an image or website for this location, like hyperlink. We can put this hyperlink for each location. If we need to click for this web application, we can go to this web application and read more about this tourism point. I hope my language is okay for you. And I am not very quickly. Also, we can have a tourism search, like pull down menu for each historical places. I can choose one of them and automatically go to this web, this location, tourism location, automatically when I select one of these tourism points. Another application in health, public health geographic information system. It is focused on the health population rather than individuals. It is focused more on prevention. It operates in a mainly governmental context. Research tool and planning, how GIS can help public health. Research tools and planning, construction mathematical models, service planning and optimization, making predictions, special decision support system, infrastructure, roads, towns, services, population statistics, medical resource, hospitals, clinics, available beds, emergency response system, mid-care records, 123 service is a whole for health service, disease registers systems. Use of GIS in public health, determining geographic distribution of diseases, analysis spatial and temporal trends, mapping populations at risk, stratifying risk factors, assessing resource allocation, planning and targeting interventions, monitoring diseases and interventions over time. Is GIS public health and analysis. What we need in GIS data for health application, hospitals, location, buildings, parcels, green area, road center line, patient cases. This is, for example, in this our criteria. This is data model entity relationship between all layers and the link or relationship between these layers and which field can relate to these other layers. Analysis of emergency healthcare response system steps. For emergency, call 123, request for service emergency, then go to image thematic map, then go to and make an query. He is ill in with COVID-19, okay, and make this query if this available in these hospitals or not. Go to database, and service provider depends on the working days in this hospital. Is it working today or not? Service facilities, availability for beds, if they have more beds for this emergency or not. Results and output of query, GIS shortest path and the closest facility. He found that this hospital is okay to get this emergency for COVID-19. Okay, go to shortest path to take this patient to this hospital. Decision module and user interface with application. This is to help this emergency or disease to go to a specific hospital. Again, caller in dial single number, go to logger telephone, many telephones for call center, dispatch agents. We have many doctors, many hospitals can take the ambulance cars and police officers, fire officers, and so on. Emergency response system can be either fire emergency response system, police station emergency response system, healthcare emergency response system. Common analysis, impedance, cost, shortest path between disease or ill person go to hospital can make like impedance, time or distance, or both of them. Okay, but I need time is more periodical or more important than the distance. If we have U-turn policies, no U-turn restrictions vary between network datasets based on restrictions, network attributes, and so on. This is the shortest path from ambulance to patient, case 1, based on length. Based on length, we have this shortest path between the ill person and go to this hospital. This is the service area for ambulance station based on time. Based on time displays the service ambulance station based on the impedance of travel time 5 minutes or with default breaks of 8 minutes and direction away from facilities. This is like a hospital, and this service area based on time like 8 minutes to can service is this area from this hospital. Again, we can make a complex query. I need COVID-19. I need 1 bed for this hospital. I need go to today, Wednesday, and is it available for this patient or not? And go to find. We can take these results available hospitals for this patient. Again, we can make any complex query if you want. A screenshot for emergency response system applying queries as an example. This area for Muqattam in Cairo. This we have roads layers and hospitals layers, green area layers, buildings layer, and parcel layers. One for historical and the other for health care. We want to talk about 3D Web GIS. This is the future of GIS now. The future for to determine the facilities in 3D. We can see the buildings in 3D. We can make all statistics in one application here for GIS and our analysis in one page. Application benefits. This is a photo took from web internet, we can make city planning 3D GIS, development control, web-enabled for planning consist, design implications, animation, roads 3D, faster decision making, landscape integration, work efficiency and quality assurance, infrastructure coordinates and safety audits. Infrastructure 3D, underground infrastructure coordination, traffic arrangements. Cadastre 3D GIS, spatial parcels and subparcels, 3D boundary buffers, underground exploration, level-based topological rules. In the same two applications in health and tourist, can see these two applications in 3D. We can go to tourism point and go to number of floors in this tourism point and go to one of them and go to utilities for these tourism points and so on. Same for health care. Go to this hospital, go to floors for this hospital, go to each floor infrastructure like air conditions, pipes and water pipes and so on. This is my information in YouTube and my page in Facebook. I will be happy to join me, and thank you. I am happy to see any question from anyone, and thank you again.
Thank you very much, Professor. We are glad to hear you. It's how interesting to hear from one of the biggest city in the world, Cairo. So we are glad. Does anyone have a question? Por favor, si alguien tiene alguna pregunta sobre lo que ha dicho el doctor para pasar con la otra charla del doctor Reda.
Now?
Creo que se entiende bien, ¿no? En inglés no es necesario la
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, it's very good. Your presentation, Professor. Thank you very much. I have one question. The server you show is public or is only in local server?
It is available for two ways. You can have your own server in hospitals or in tourism location. You can have your local server, and you can use cloud server, but I think it needs some restrictions and some authorities to save your data, but both of them is available and okay for you.
Okay. For example, if he
it is possible to share some links for web applications, but these applications, it is made for local servers for some places. It is not available now, but I can share some other web applications, inshallah.
Okay, thank you, Professor. One question more. You use it ArcGIS or open source. What is the difference for you in these applications?
Open source, it is now for free. You know, open source and commercial software. Open source can easy to use with free cost. Commercial softwares, it is more have many cost and many money to pay. Other idea you can share by year, like ArcGIS Online. You can take a share per year to make your web application for GIS.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Very good presentation.
Thank you.
Professor Zacharias, I have 3 questions in one, please. We have some students that ask how GIS has improved tourism in Cairo. And the other one is you are working with local authorities for implementing GIS in Cairo.
الجايس can improve tourism in Cairo for many applications, for many jobs. Like when tourists can be in Cairo, can go to this web application and search for a specific tourism point and make the shortest path between his location, and how to go to this tourism point. It is very easy to tourism instead of using paper map. Also can improve for quickly search for go to like مثلا hospital, like bank, like hotel, like any place he can, any bank he can go to, he can quickly find or search for this point and go to there quickly and with no time.
Okay.
Is it okay?
One more question. Since when are you using officially GIS on tourism in Cairo?
When?
Since when you started to use GIS like officially for tourism in Cairo? Like 10 years
We
ago, 5
started
years ago?
GIS. We started GIS from 1993. 1993, we started GIS in Cairo and in Egypt, and they make a lot of applications. It started from desktop application, and then mobile application, and then web applications for tourism.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. You are welcome.
Javier, because
Okay, now we presentation to the Professor Reda. The next presentation.
Okay.
Reda, again, thank you very much for your presentation. Reda is a great friend of Bolivia, and now we are sharing this presentation. He's a professor of Department Geography in the Cairo University.
To share with you in today, and I hope to see you again in Egypt, inshallah. Thank you again.
Okay, sorry.
grand professor.
Thank you. Sorry, I will leave now. Sorry.
Okay.
Bye.
Nice to meet you, Professor. Thank you very much. We wait
Thank you.
in Bolivia.
Nice to meet you. Inshallah. Shukran. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Stop your share, Dr. Zakaria. Yes, okay. Now I will try
bye-bye.
to share my PowerPoint.
Okay. See you,
Bye.
Dr. Reda. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Professor Zakaria. Now I will share my PowerPoint.
Okay.
Is PowerPoint is clear now?
No, maybe.
But
Okay, now it's okay. It's okay. The screen.
Okay now?
Yeah. In Professor Reda, in your microphone,
Clear now?
it's like a sound in the microphone. It's,
You have, Professor, you have like a slight wind, like it doesn't let you hear you very well. So it's not sound like a little wind
yeah.
that you have. You can fix it, please.
Okay, the sound is clear now?
No, it's has a wind. It's a no. It's
Yes, there is two lines passing on your face that is blowing near to my foot.
I think this the headphones. The microphone of headphones is the sound. Professor Reda, it's possible to share your screen again?
My presentation. Yes, my presentation now is I shared it. It's clear now.
No, it's
Good.
off. It's off. You can get again share the screen, please, Professor.
Okay, I will try. What about now? Hello?
No, Professor. You can. Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, Professor.
Okay now?
Yeah, you can start. Please.
Okay. First, I want to thank all of you. It's a pleasure for me to spread my knowledge and to spread my information about the WebGIS. My point about patterns and levels of WebGIS applications. But first, I need to say that our God in our Holy Quran ordered us to make that our God made the people trips because knowing each of others. So my presentation now I make it a cause to know everyone in all the world. I think that's the goal of this presentation, to know each other. My point about WebGIS, the first question is about why WebGIS. If you use the GIS application or GIS applications, this application is not spread on the web. Everyone create his project in GIS or create his work in GIS. It's not spread to the others. If I have a project in tourism, I need to make this project is available to everyone in all the world. So I need the web. How I connect between the web and GIS? This is called Web GIS. As you see, this is the interface of GIS applications, and this project about touristic places in Jordan, Arabic country, and these applications have many information, but this information not publicly, not spread to all the world. So the WebGIS is connect between the GIS application and spread it to all the world by the web. Also, you can by WebGIS sharing is any pictures in your GIS project as you see. The most book that you can learn about WebGIS, this book. This book is very simple. You can use it to learn about WebGIS application, ArcGIS, and also another book. You can see this book is simple and the language is simple also, and the window is very good for you to learn about what WebGIS. About my point about the patterns and levels of WebGIS applications, the pattern in tourism, in administrative, and planning. We can divide these patterns into 3 levels: the simple level, and the mid level, and the high level professional. In every pattern, like tourism, we will start by the simple level. As you see, this is the interface of web about the European tourist guide. If any tourist need to make a tourism process in Europe, he can use this site, and you can see the map. The distinctive thing of geography is here on the web. But this WebGIS is simple. Why? Because the map is static, not dynamic. And you can see here what to see about the country in this web. This is a geographical information in this web. This is simple. This is simple. The high level in the WebGIS, as you see, when you use the map in a simple manner in this web, and you can see every layer here, it can be appeared or disappeared by this checklist, checkbox. If you need to see any layer here for tourism, for financial, for health, for education, you can just click on it and it appear or disappear. This is in the layers, in this layer. But also in WebGIS, we can divide into tabs. Every tab here, it's about one object in this area. You can select between them and see the information in it. This is the middle level of WebGIS. If you need more professional levels of WebGIS, if you want to make analysis functions, like here, if I want to know the distance between 2 points, for example, the distance between the airport and the hotel, I can know the distance, and also I can see the directions on this application that created by WebGIS. It uses the map, and on the map I can see I can know the distance and also see the path from the airport and to the hotel. The second pattern of WebGIS in administrative. Here in this web on the internet, you can see this area, and this area, any information about it, you can find it in this web. This is the sample level of this pattern. This is the sample. If I need more advanced, you can use the hypermap. Every point here in this map is a hyper. When I click on it, a new window open, and all information about this point will be appear, and I can read it. About the professional level of administrative, you can see this map. First, this is web about in Durham, about virtualization tree planting in Durham, in England. You can see this map and how this map is classified into categories, and every categories have information. All of this you can find it on the internet, simple and fast. If you compare between WebGIS and GIS, GIS is individual and not public to the owned by the internet. But WebGIS is public. Everyone can use it and they can see it. Also, you can see here by ArcGIS web application and ArcGIS online, you can create your WebGIS and you can find more advanced functions, analytical functions. You can see here the layer, the ligand, and beside it you can see the ligand, and here in this window you can see the distance between 2 points, point A and point B, for example. In this pattern, you can see more advanced and more advanced in the applications. This is the web map of Luton. Luton is an area, and all the data of this area is here in this web by in level by checkbox. If you want to see any layer, you can just click on this check box, and you can find the ligand, and also if here you can find the layer that you want. All of this is in simple manner, and the public can use it easily and fast. By comparison with the GIS application in our desktop, our application of GIS in our desktop, it's not publicly, it's not spread, or everyone in the world can't see our publication. But by WebGIS, we can see everything, and we can see also and publish our work. Other application here in UK, in Richmond, San Pablo, in USA, everything is on the web, and everything in layer, and everything is clear. Anyone can use it. Many levels of professional levels of using WebGIS. Here you can see the interactive map from the title, the interactive map of town of Chapel. Here, this web uses the map, the interactive map, and all the information on the web in the ligand you can see. Also, in this web GIS, in the Enviro Atlas Interactive Map. You can see more analytical functions in here. You can see what the path is between any 2 points and what's the distance between them, and every color on the map is shown in the legend. All of this is easy in the Web GIS, and by Web GIS you can see the information about of every place by clicking on this place and so on. About also some WebGIS for touristic or for anyone. This WebGIS, it's about, the title of it is Route View. It uses to plan any route from point A to point B by bicycle, for example. Here you can see, you can put the start point and identify the end point, and by clicking you can see, or you will see the path between the 2 points that you select on a map on the internet in easy manner, and anyone can use this Web GIS by using the map, In Egypt, many applications like this, My Properties, and you can see the map and the legend of it, all the layer here about the public, roads, districts, the metro station, and the distance from city center. Many applications had created in the last time to serve anyone, to serve the public, to serve the tourists. Also another application you can see, if you want this application in Cairo. This application in Cairo, if you visit many tourist places in one tour, you can use these applications, and this application will show the point. You can see here, you can start from point 1, you see here point 1, and go to point 2. Point 1 and the point 2 and the point 3, all of this, or this path is a touristic path. You can visit many touristic places in one tour, by using this Web GIS application in Cairo in Egypt. The third pattern of using WebGIS in planning. From many sites, you can see the title. This is the site of Victoria State Government. It's about environment, land, water, and planning. You can see this site shows the map and also shows the legend, and also here in the top you can see many functional analytical functions like identify, buffering, and subtract, and also you can layers catalog and layer list and export the map to any extent. This is the simple. Another applications of WebGIS in planning in PBS map portal, Snowy County. You can see here the county or the official governmental institute using the GIS. They put the map, and the legend of the map is clear, and many analytical functions here in the top of the map. All of this is officially by Snowy County Planning and Development Service to anyone in this country. Also, you can see here the tab of the analysis tab here, the analysis tab, and when you click on the analysis tab, many analytical functions, drawing for example, you can participate it on this WebGIS. All of this is easy to use for the public, for anyone. By comparison with our GIS application on my PCs, on our PCs, no one can use this GIS application. It needs professional man, geographical man can use the GIS application. But by WebGIS, it's easy to everyone to use it and easy to the public to understand and use and make benefit from this WebGIS and so on. Many applications on planning, like city of Misa is officially in planning and zoning that use WebGIS, many analytical function here on the map. And also you can measure the distance between 2 points, and also you can see the 3D scene here on this WebGIS and any picture. And I say that you can add video if you want. Another level of advanced WebGIS that you can use analytical function here. If you want in this WebGIS to eat something, the question where to eat.
Dear
so
youth
you can
mappers,
use
participants,
this,
and
window, or you can use these tools. Or where you sleep, where the definition of geography is the science of where. So if you answer the question of where by internet, then really you use it WebGIS. About creating WebGIS, it's easy. Here you can by Google create open map, and this is the steps of how create open map or how create WebGIS map. This is the simple steps. Another tools you can by it create WebGIS, map my customers. Here, this is the steps of how you create WebGIS. It's easy to everyone to use these platforms to create WebGIS. Also, here, map my clients. Here's the steps: number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on. Number 1 here, watch demo video. Number 2, choose a file. Number 3, upload your map. Number 4, navigate the map. It's easy steps to create your WebGIS. Also about open source OS map, here a list of programs or application. By it you can create the WebGIS map server, OSGeo by Webs, RoadView, GeoServer, and GIS server as Professor Zakaria mentioned above. About WebGIS using ArcGIS Online. ArcGIS also help you to build your WebGIS, because the map you can create WebGIS by using ArcGIS by registration. You can register and create account, and also you add any layers to the map by your name and by your account. By ArcGIS, here you can see you can create the project here titled by US population growth, and the map is clear, and the legend and everything and any information about this map is easy to use it by anyone, by the public. The benefit of WebGIS is the easy use to the public. Also here you can enable the time in your map layers. Here you can see about the map of hurricanes and the time scale here from January 2000 to December 2000 and the time scale, and I think this is a mix between the video and the map. ArcGIS online app help you to make WebGIS by mobile WebGIS and easy to use in the Android device. It's easy. And this is some applications in Egypt here. Web mobile GIS is correlated to WebGIS in the Cairo. In this application that created by architect, and many services you can find it about marketing, markets and shops, galleries, restaurant, cafe, hotels, and every services you want it, you can find it in this mobile application. The name of this mobile application المعز. المعز is the famous touristic place here in Cairo. Anyone can visit it and use this application to help him, and it's easy to use by public and easy to use by anyone. Finally, this is my student. This is my student. Her name Sarah. Sarah, she is a student, and she built a WebGIS for natural protectors in Egypt. Natural protectors in Egypt. She is a student, and she create a WebGIS about natural protection in Egypt under my supervision, and I can share in another window for you to see her application. Sorry, I think it take 10 seconds.
Professor, is in internet the link? If you like, I can share the screen.
No. Yes. I share another application of my student.
Okay.
It will take just 10 seconds.
Okay.
I will see you that my student, she is still a student, and she creates WebGIS in Egypt about the natural characteristics in Egypt. Natural characteristics in Egypt. Every protected area here in English name and in Arabic name, and she put information about this area, and also she put a video. If you want to use the video, as you see, I will play the video. It will take 1 second. As you see, this application of my student, Web GIS, every about the protected area, and every area had the information in Arabic and English, and had picture and had video as you listen, and many information. But the question here, she used some programs like HTML, in programming language. This project created by my student, Sarah, not me. I just encourage her to learn the HTML language, and you can see all of this coding language is used to create the WebGIS that you see. This language also is easy, and it's found easily on the internet. You needn't to write it by letter. No, it is free to take it and make some edits in some places to make your project. This is the end of my presentation, and this is the end of my presentation. I can conclude it in that WebGIS. We need it to spread our geographical information to all the world. In the end, I want to thank every one of you, and I hope that my presentation is benefit for you. Thank you.
Shukran, Professor. Thank you very much for your presentation. Really nice to hear you. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with the students. Now we are going to ask the students if they have any questions. ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta, Javier? Tal vez vos.
Sí, bueno, thank you very much, profesor Reda. Bueno, unas palabras para nuestra comunidad de Youth Mappers. Bueno, solo decirles que el doctor Reda ha mostrado la importancia del turismo, la seguridad, la salud, el medio ambiente, ¿no? Y aplicaciones SIG. Es importante entender los datos cartográficos que nos sirven para resolver problemas. Tanto el profesor Zacarías como el profesor Reda nos han presentado que, bueno, más allá de los mapas, pueden resolver problemas regionales, municipales, nacionales, tanto en Egipto como en Bolivia, ¿no? Que los podemos aplicar. Y bueno, agradecer al profesor Reda que se ha dedicado a tener este vínculo con los Youth Mappers de Bolivia. Ustedes saben que en Egipto se habla árabe y acá en Bolivia español. Entonces, pero se ha entendido, creo, bastante bien en un idioma de SIG, en un idioma técnico de inglés y de mapas, ¿no? Entonces todo ha salido muy bien. Dear Youth Mappers participants and community, the presentation made by Dr. Reda and Zacharias shows the importance of maps that serve for tourism, safety, health, and environment. It is important to understand the cartographic data help us to solve problems in our countries, and GIS is important to solve these problems. For our youth mappers is this first introduction to how GIS works, and I want to especially thank Professor Reda for the effort in making this presentation for us in Bolivia. In Egypt, they speak Arabic, and here in Bolivia, Spanish. The presentation were fairly well understand in a technical language of English and GIS maps. Everything went well. Thank you, Professor Reda. Now, if you have questions, please, the community, the students and professors, if you have questions. No.
Professor Khafer, really, I want to encourage our students to learn this Web GIS. As you see at the end of my presentation, I present the work or the application of my student. My student at the same age of your student, but she learned the Web GIS by using the videos of YouTube, and she try and fail and try and so on and so on, and at the end she present a simple Web GIS, but really it make me happy because my student they become clever than me in creating Web GIS. So I want to encourage your students, please, our students, learn the new technique, and YouTube is very easy and very simple to learn from it and create these new techniques.
Gracias, Profesor Reda. I translate your... Nos dice el profesor Reda que, por ejemplo, es importante que aprendamos estos web maps, sobre todo para los estudiantes, ¿no? Con prueba y error. Ustedes han visto que es relativamente fácil. Uno de sus estudiantes, el profesor Reda, ha logrado hacer una página web, ¿no? Y ver diferentes opciones que hay en internet. La que más hemos visto es en ArcGIS, y bueno, ese era uno de los motivos del profesor Reda, que nosotros como Youth Mappers podamos integrar o entrar a ese mundo de poder publicar mapas web que, bueno, han visto que sobre todo los estudiantes que aprendan, ¿no? Que busquen información y que aprendan. Ese era el principal objetivo de nuestro profesor. Thank you, Professor Reda.
Thank you, my Professor Khafer.
Voy a empezar con las preguntas. I start with the questions. In your experience, what is the best platform for web maps? What is the best platform for web maps in your experience?
Web maps, the best platform is ArcGIS Online. ArcGIS Online. It's easy for anyone to create an account and registering, and when he have a layer, it's easy to put this layer on ArcGIS and create her own Web GIS. This is the simple platform and easy to use for anyone.
Okay, but GIS, ArcGIS Online is private, no? It's on free. Do you know on free other option?
ArcGIS, the making or creating account on ArcGIS, it's free.
Okay.
And yes, and it's easy to create and add your map. The first or the important point, having the layer. The layer, this is the first point.
Something have a question?
I want to add something. In my future work, in future work, my future work, I will cooperate with a professor from Faculty of Computer Science. My colleague from Computer Science, he will use the coding language and the programming language, and we will create by cooperation between geography and computer science programming language, we will create an application to serve the economic services, I put the theoretical idea, and my colleague from computer science, he will design the interface by coding and the programming language. We need this cooperation between sciences, the cooperation between geography and the cooperation between computer science. The result will be new application that help the businessman by theoretical background for me from geography science, and between the easy use of computer by my college from computer science.
Okay.
This will be the future work.
Excelente. Dice el profesor que va a hacer un proyecto con su universidad y ahora se va a poner en contacto para sus futuros proyectos con la carrera de ciencias de la computación. Entonces van a unir la geografía con la computación y van a desarrollar nuevas aplicaciones para el beneficio de su ciudad, Cairo, y del país Egipto. Entonces es una buena, ustedes están viendo que es una buena iniciativa, creo que ya también aquí se está haciendo, utilizar la tecnología y fusionarla con la geografía.
Sí. Entonces,
Also,
También.
I'm sorry.
También.
I need to add, and I'm saying something. Also, our student now, I see here some students like Leonardo, Eliana, Kate, Habib, Arabic name. Habib, Arabic name, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we promoted this course internationally.
International, Habib. Yeah.
It's because our course is internationally promoted, so we put it on our social media. Many people were invited.
Yeah. Our students here in Egypt, now we encourage them to learn the simple coding language. We encourage them. We bring doctor or professor from computer science and teach our students now the simple language of coding, because we need to create this mix between geography and a theoretical science, because here in Egypt geography is involved in art faculty. So geography in Egypt is considered as theoretical science. And but now we make push or make encourage in the trend of programs, because this is the future for any science. So I need to encourage your students, Leonardo, Habib, Yana, Kate, and so on, to learn or to study the coding language or the language of programming in simple, and start step by step.
Thank you, doctor Reda. Sí, el profesor nos dice que es importante que aparte de bueno, nosotros podemos generar nuestros web mapas, aprender código, ¿no? Integrar el código, aparte de la geografía, lenguaje de código para hacer, por ejemplo, en HTML, como su estudiante Sara, que ha codificado ya en HTML, y hay nuevos lenguajes como Python y R, pero la idea es que también aprendamos las ciencias de la computación y lenguajes de código, ¿no? Para poder configurar esos mapas. También nos explica que geografía, por ejemplo, ya está en la Facultad de Artes. Geography is on Art Faculty, profesor Reda. Eso no lo entendí bien.
Yes.
Entonces,
Yes.
Ok, nos decía que sí, la geografía está en la Facultad de Artes y bueno, es importante integrar a las ciencias de la informática, ¿no? De la computación en este caso, para poder integrar y poder desarrollar lo que habíamos visto en SIG, ¿no? En información geográfica. No sé qué más quieres decir, Patti. Sí. Tu micrófono está apagado. Patti, tu micrófono es off.
Bien, pero solo acotando lo que decía el profesor Reda y lo que habían dicho con lenguajes de programación, les invito a leer un libro que se llama Sálvese quien pueda, de Andrés Oppenheimer, donde les dice, uno piensa que ya sabe todo, ¿no? Pero en un mundo globalizado y cómo las cosas van cambiando, lo que acaba de decir el profesor es súper importante. Hay que aprender nuevas cosas, hay que actualizarse, hay que estar preparados para los retos que tiene el mundo, con profesionales más competitivos.
Sí, yo también quisiera aprovechar de invitar, al profesor Reda que venga aquí a Bolivia con sus estudiantes otra vez. No, el profesor Reda ya ha estado acá en Bolivia en 2017. Professor Reda, you are invited your students and your professors to come back to Bolivia, and if possible, with students and professors go to the Cairo, ¿no? A Egipto. También nosotros podemos ir al Cairo, a Egipto, a conocer las pirámides.
I will be more, we'll be more than glad to go to Cairo to visit you with our students. That will be nice too. But if you come again, you're more than welcome to come.
Thank you. I hope I will try to visit Bolivia again. It was very beautiful country, and hospitality of the people. All everything in your university is very good. I still remember Mero. It was very helpful, man, and really I remember everyone that I met him in Bolivia. Everyone in Bolivia is good, and really we need the cooperation, and we need the everyone in our world, and I hope in the future more and more seminar between Cairo University and UMSA.
Thank you very much, Professor Reda, and this is a great opportunity to exchange experiences with, for example, web maps, web page, tourist information from Cairo, from La Paz. Is possible in the future on one project and topics to research. Okay, so
thank you.
Entonces,
Yo creo que finalizamos.
Sí, si no hay preguntas.
Si no hay preguntas, entonces, finally, thank you once again. Thank you very much, Dr. Reda. It was our pleasure to have you. Thank you very much. This is the first training in a foreign language. It was very cool that you started with this training. Hope you to have you soon, live or online. But it's very nice that you have this time for Bolivian students. So, see you next time. Thank you very much. Shukran, once again. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
A big hug.
Nice to meet you. And thank you to everyone.
Okay. Un gran abrazo.
Okay, gracias a todos, chicos. Vamos a ver las traducciones.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gracias. Nos vemos en una. See you next time. Gracias, chicos.
Thank
Nos
you.
vemos en una nueva oportunidad. Shukran,
Nice,
professor.
thank you.
See you, Professor.
Thank you. Nice to meet you again. Thank you, Professor Rafael.
Okay. Well, a big hug.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.